Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia, popularly known as Abna. Today is the first time you're seeing my face. Hi, you're welcome to this space. And today in this video we are going to talk about something very simple, something very basic, and it's about nurses trying to join the NMC UK register. So what are some of the things you need to get ready to be able to make this process a success? So this video is basically for people in Africa who are trying to join the register in the UK. So I've put this thing into probably, let's say, about 4 or 5 stages. Yeah, so if this is something you are interested in, or if you have a friend who is a nurse, or you yourself out there, you are a nurse and you are planning to join the NMC UK, these are some of the things you need to do to be able to join the register. So nothing can stop me now, 'cause I was built for greatness. I was built for greatness. And I'll be rising up, to be able to join the register. So in the process, the first step here is creating the UK NMC account. So you just go to Google and enter NMC UK. It's going to ask you some few questions. So one of them would be like, are you joining the register from overseas, or are you joining it as an EU candidate? So most of us from Africa, what we're supposed to do is you only have to go in and select joining the register from overseas or overseas registration. That is what you're supposed to do. You need your email address, like a professional email address. Okay, yes. Don't want something like beauty.something.com or whatever, beauty@yahoo.com or beauty@gmail.com. So use your name, okay? Let it be professional, okay? So the first step is you creating the account online. When you're done creating the account, you have the opportunity to see the checklist, like it's going to list the necessary things you will need to continue with the process. So as at that time, if you don't have those things, please, you might have to go gather them before you proceed with this proceed in creating the accounts. It's going to ask you if you're joining the register as a nurse or midwife. So you do that. That is a whole process on its own. So probably we'll make another video on how to create the accounts and then fill in the details. The next step, eligibility and qualification stage. So this part, you need to submit some documents, and number one document is your passport for the identification. So they're going to like do their own assessment to see that you are a genuine person. Okay, so you need your passport. So you can't start this process without having a passport. You can't say you want to travel without having a passport. So get your passport. So the in this stage you need your identification document, and then the other documents again to make you eligible is going to be basically all your certificates, all your nursing certificates, plus your passport. Okay, that is what you need in this particular stage. In this eligibility stage, that is the second stage, you need to do a payment, and that amount is £140. That amount is non-refundable, so you need to be sure of what you are doing before going in for it, because when you pay that money, you're not going to get it back. When you're done with the payments, the next thing you're supposed to do is go to your council, your nurses and midwifery council. And what are you going to do there? So basically you need to go through verification. Okay, so NMC UK is going to contact them because you've uploaded your documents, and they're going to contact them to find out that yes, this person has applied to join our register. Is the person genuine? Is the person this? Is the person on your register? Okay, do you get it? So they're going to get in touch with your home country regulatory body. all countries have their own way of going about it. So I will use Ghana as an example. So if you are in Ghana, what you're supposed to do is, at this point, you need to submit all the documents you uploaded on the NMC UK portal. You need to submit those documents again at NMC Ghana. Okay, so if you are in Nigeria, you submit it to NMC Nigeria or Zimbabwe or Zambia, wherever you are. So you now submit it to that council, and in submitting those documents in your home country, do another payment. Okay, so in Ghana, you need to do this payment in Ghana Commercial Bank, and I think it's 550 cedis. Yeah, as at the time I was doing, I don't know if they've increased the amount or not. So you might have to do your check with that payment as well. Then when your payment is done, you submit your receipts and all your documents to necessary midwifery regulatory body in your country, including your receipts to them, so that when NMC UK now contact them, they have all the documents and then they can verify you. And the verification takes a little bit of time. Normally I think it's just within some few weeks, but I think for some time now it's taking a little bit of time. But you just have to trust the process. Okay, just get everything ready and trust the process. So now we have created the accounts, we have submitted, we have uploaded our documents on NMC portal, we have submitted our documents to NMC in our country, and we have done the payments also for the £140 to NMC UK. Okay, so at this point, all things being equal, NMC UK will now contact your home country, and then they'll do their own checks, and if they're happy, they'll now give you the decision. So the decision will now lead us to our next step, is the test of competence. So when they are happy, when NMC UK is happy with everything, they'll send you an email that yes, they are okay with all your documents, and now you can go sit for your test of competence. That particular email is called a decision, or the decision letter. Yeah, we call it the decision letter. Okay, and then they'll send you authorization to test. This is where they'll send you the authorization to test. So you will now book your test of competence. The test of competence is made up of 2 exams. So we have the CBT, which is the theory exams. It's computer based, right? And then we have the OSCE exams, which is the practicals. And the practicals, you have to come do it when you are in the UK. You can't do it in your home country. But the computer based exams, which is the theory, you have to do that in your country. Okay, I hope it's clear, right? At this stage, the test of competence, you will be directed to take it in a particular organization, which is called the Pearson View. So they will contact you, they'll set your accounts and send you the login details. You go through the process and then you do the payment. You book the test. Basically, you book the test to give you a date, or you select a date that is suitable for you. You prepare and then you go take the exams. It's basically nursing. Okay, the exams is about nursing, nothing else. So if you're a midwife, you go sit for the midwifery CBT. If you're a mental health nurse, you go sit for the mental health nurse. If you are a general nurse, you go sit for the adult nurse. Okay, and it is multiple choice questions. All right, and now there has been a change in the CBT exam. So as of the time I was taking it, it was just a complete exam. So you write it throughout, but now it's been divided into 2. So you have the part A and part B. Part A being the numerical parts, and then part B as the clinical aspect. Okay, it's not difficult. You should be able to do it. Every nurse is able to pass this exams. It's the easiest one. Okay, now that you've done your CBT and you passed the exam, so that is also gone. So now the 4th stage is the completion of the process. Okay, and this one involves 1 or 2 things, and one of them is the proof of English. So you need to write your English language test. You need to write or prove to them that yes, when you come to this country or when you come to the UK, you will be able to communicate to your patients or your clients in English. Okay, so you need to prove that to them by taking the English language testing exams. You can equally write OET for both nurses and doctors, right? But it depends, the choice is yours. You decide which one you be comfortable with, so you just go in for that exam. So the problem here is the English language is a barrier, let me put it that way. It has been a barrier to a whole lot of people moving or migrating to the UK to come and practice. So it's kind of delays the process, okay, because people write it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 before the set time. That's when they get the required band, okay, to join the register. So what people actually do is that they rather start the whole process with the English language, so that when they pass that, they know that okay, fine, now we've cleared that one out of the way, so we can now continue with the other ones. But however, you can actually do everything hand in hand, okay? So while you're doing your CBT, you can also be doing the English language test, but it depends on you. So do what suits you, what you think you will be comfortable with, okay? Don't just dance according to other people's tune. Something that will work for you wouldn't work for another person, okay? Just know yourself and know what works for you and go in for that. So that aspect is the English language test. So you do one of them and you need band 7. So let's say it's the IELTS you are taking, you need 7 in reading, 7 in speaking, 7 in listening, and you need 6.5 in writing, okay? That is just that. If you don't get it, you need to retake it again, and probably you should be able to combine the test. And if you're combining the 2 exams too, none of them should be less than 6.5. yes, right. If you prove your English to them, the next thing is character reference, okay? Character reference. So they will need the regulatory body to recommend or say something good about you, that yes, indeed you've been practicing and you've been that, so you've been a good person, okay? And then another thing is about your health status, that you are fit to work. So you need a fit to work proof, and that one too, you need to nominate your clinician or your doctor, or the doctor who takes care of you. So the person will just do the assessment, and if there's a need for you to run a routine check, we'll do that, and then based on his or her report, then you submit all those ones to NMC UK and you are good. After submitting the fit to work, the next thing you're supposed to do under this stage again is your police clearance, okay? So they will need a police clearance from you, from any country where you've lived there, I think 12 months. You need to provide police clearance, just to say that yeah, you are a genuine person, yes, that you are not a bad person, you've lived a good life. Yeah, you know, the OSCE, you need to come and write it here. When you're done with the OSCE and you've passed everything, when you pass the OSCE, that is when you will now be required to do the final payment, that is £153, okay? £153. At this point, if you think you are not happy, you don't want to proceed with the process again, so that the £153 is refundable. That is the completion of the registration, then you get your PIN. But the 140 at the initial stage, that one is not refundable. Okay, so at this point, if you think you don't want to continue, your £153 can actually be sent back to your account. Yes, for NMC registration process, those are the major things you need. I think I've covered almost everything. If I've forgotten about anything at all, I'll put them in the description or in the comment section. So if you are also in the process and then you've watched this video, or you are watching this video and you think I've left something out, you can also just comment in the just put your comments in the comment section, so that we all learn together who knows, you might end up helping somebody out there. Okay, and then I wish all of you all the best. Just get in touch if you think there's something I've mentioned that you are not clear with. You can actually get in touch with me on Instagram or even in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to assist you. Yeah, I just came back from work. I'm a bit tired, but then I still wanted to do this once and for all, because I've been getting a whole lot of people asking me this particular question every day, and like, you keep on explaining yourself to people here and there. So I just want to make this video so that it helps somebody out there. So thank you very much. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for being here. And if you have watched the video to this point, why don't you subscribe? Okay, just subscribe, like, share. And you might not know, even if you're not a nurse, you can end up helping somebody out there. And the next video loading is going to be about the healthcare assistance routes. Okay, I'll make another video on that.